So I'm Dr Emma Yhnell. I'm a lecturer in Biosciences in neuroscience, and I've been in that role since September 2019. So a typical week for me, there isn't really a typical week, to be honest. That's what I love about my job, it's quite varied. So I do a lot of teaching, so I teach a lot of undergraduate students and some postgraduate students, and I also do quite a lot of science communication, so talking to public audiences about science. So I've had a few kind of points in my career that I think are probably highlights for me. So I got my PhD again at Cardiff University in neuroscience, and I was looking at Huntington's disease specifically, and that's a condition that I feel really passionately about, so it's really important for me to do research in that area. And I was then able to get an independent fellowship, so the Welsh Government believed in me and gave me some money to be able to do some research, to take that research from the lab into the patient clinic, so working with patients impacted by that condition to try and make things better for them. Yeah, so progressing in an academic career can be quite challenging because it's a very competitive field, but I think being determined and acknowledging that not every day will necessarily be a great day, but there are highlights with that in an academic role, you have to be very resilient as well, and this is something that I've taken probably quite a long time to develop. So to be resilient and to accept that there will be challenges, but you'll be able to overcome them eventually and succeed. So I find my current lecturing role really rewarding because I'm working with students every day and I'm able to teach them so that they can have their kind of light bulb moment and learn and understand new things. So for me, one of the really rewarding parts of my job is working with people, so whether that's patients or students, and just helping them along their way, so whether that's helping them learn a new concept or whether that's discussing an illness with them, those are really rewarding parts of my job, just working with people in order to help them. So I was lucky to be able to do a TEDx talk at Cardiff University, focusing on my interest in neurodegenerative diseases and genetic links associated with that. I've also taken part in various other events like Soapbox Science, where you jump on a soapbox in the middle of Cardiff Town Centre and talk to the public about science, and even things like Pint of Science, where we take science to pubs around the city. Yeah, so I think some of the challenges, particularly in science, can kind of revolve around experiments not working necessarily first time, or things really not going quite right. That can be a particular challenge, especially if you've tried over and over again. You might have done the same experiment 10 times and it still hasn't worked. So I think it goes back to resilience and being able to overcome those challenges by just maybe confiding in someone or a mentor to be able to overcome them for next time. So I've been really fortunate. I've had really good mentors along the way, and I'm now fortunate to mentor several mentees. So I think mentors can be really useful, particularly mentors that aren't necessarily within your immediate area of expertise. They can bring a whole new light on what you're thinking about, and they can open your eyes to different things. But really, for me, it is just that resilience aspect of things, to keep going and to keep trying, and you will get there eventually.